And so this is what I want to share this little story with you. There was a man who had a huge vision, but he didn't have much money, but he was able to save about $1,000 or a little bit under. And he decided to take that $1,000 and spend it on getting himself into a storefront building. Well, he got into the storefront building, but guess what? He didn't have any money for the furniture. He didn't have any money to put it together like he wanted to. But the Salvation Army donated him all his furniture. And things, don't look too good when the Salvation Army is going to donate you some furniture. So he only had a few people at that time helping them. But today I want to tell you, if I told you his name, you would know him. He runs a global empire. If at that time he would have thought to himself, well, it's, the economy, and oh, I don't know how this is going to happen, and he got really negative about his life, he would have never been able to progress or feel the way he did to go forward. But he was one always pushing the envelope. He was the one always wanting to go the extra mile and always to attain the greater. So what I want to say is, if you'll keep pushing that envelope, if you'll just get out on the edge, and if you'll just get out on the box, I think the time that we're in, we're not going to do everything as status quo. It's not business as usual. So we're going to have to really be inventive, really creative, because that is when the times are tough. I think during the Depression, when we think about how the most great people just arose in that Depression and did really great things. Your personal life is the pits, and you just think, you can't get out of a certain situation. Maybe it's your job and career. Maybe you feel like, well, I'm barely, putting food on the table. And so, you're looking at your situation and you focus on the negative. Can I tell you, when you do that, you become totally disempowered. And you get to the place where you think like life is just directing, whatever will be, and there's no hope you see. Que sera, sera, sera. So I want to tell somebody that this is what we do to our lives, because when we say whatever will be, we get to that point, there's no hope you see. And so I want you to understand, bring yourself out of it, move out of it. Everything that's ever happened or ever is going to happen is controlled by a spiritual climate. And this is what I want to really focus in on, because if you understand about spiritual climates, that what happens in the government, what happens in the world, what happens in a culture, you will find out it all orchestrates from a spiritual climate. And so if things are going wrong, then we have to look at what our spiritual climate is. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. See, a lot of people, they don't really believe so much in God. They don't really believe so much, in spiritual things, but they have to understand where they came from, how the universe was created, how everything fits together. And if we keep taking God out of everything, what's going to happen is the world will self-destruct, because He is our only hope, because everything rules and reigns from that realm. So when you realize that you have the power to look into your own atmosphere, because your life does have an atmosphere. So after the show is over, you're going to begin to look around you, and you're going to be able to discern and look at what's going on in your life and what kind of atmosphere that you have around you. So you can control the space in which you live, no matter what your situation is. So I've been able to teach people that when you know how to connect, how to be connected spiritually, and know how to connect with God and work with Him for the greater life, because that's where you're going to have it, because there are two forces. There is God and the kingdom of heaven, and there is darkness. There is spiritual forces of darkness that is basically an enemy to your soul that wants to destroy your life. And so when we realize that there are two forces, then we better choose the one that's going to work on our behalf and not the one that's going to take us down. Because many people today are being taken down because of the spiritual climate in their life, and they haven't recognized what is operating against them. Attracting miracles to us in our everyday life. You know that when we believe a certain way and when we speak certain things, I tell people all the time, by faith, belief, decrees and declarations. You know, if everything is wrong in your life, and this is something I do, and it will change the minute you do it. It's taking control of your atmosphere. You begin calling those things in that are not, as though you already had them. And so basically you just call those things that you need. If you need a promotion in your job, you just begin speaking it. You just begin calling it in. Now, it's not saying that you won't have to apply yourself and that you won't have to, you know, get out there and do some things, but basically you are now shifting realms from the negative to the positive, and you are now incorporating God to come on the scene, you know, the realm of the miraculous to work in your life. When we get in these hard places and we don't know what's going on, and what I know about God is so awesome because man's mind is not God's mind, so he thinks out of the realm of man. And so when you understand, sometimes he'll lead you in a way that looks crazy to everybody else, and you might lose some friends over it, but it ends up working. It ends up being a big thing. So I never discount it. And you know, God talks to us in many different ways, and we get messages all the time. Sometimes we don't recognize that it is He who's talking to us. Light and darkness, I want to tell you right now, cannot coexist together. So when the light comes into your situation, darkness and the dark things around you that wanted to control the situation, they have to leave. We basically decide what we want operating in our atmosphere. A lot of people, they bring things in their atmosphere and their life is really, really bad, and they don't know why. It's because whether they knew what they chose or not, by their words, by their actions, and a lot of things, they had brought darkness in the middle of their situation, and that is what they chose. So they chose an outcome, but when we have understanding, and then we know how to direct what we do, and we know how to direct our atmosphere a little bit better. Power is fluid and it's dynamic, and I want to tell you that power moves. It can begin moving in one place for a season of time, and then all of a sudden it'll begin to shift into another place, and all of a sudden power can be in one person's hand today, and power can be in another person's hand tomorrow. We've seen that where power is in one place and it moves over here and somebody else has got the power. We've seen where maybe we saw with the presidential election, one day the power is in one man's hand, the next day it's in another man's hand. It brings a change of culture. It teaches you that power is moving and that you as a person have the power to be a power shifter. Join me. We're going to pick this up on the next segment, so you don't want to miss it, because we're going to show you how you can be a power shifter.